Okay. Good evening to everyone. Myself, I am Surya Narayana, working as an assistant professor in DBS IT, Kavali. Today, my presentation on power plant engineering subject, which is for final year mechanical engineers. Today, I am going to explain about steam power plant. In that unit, we are continuing with the topics of stokers, classification of stokers. In previous class, we completed the overfeed stokers classifications. Okay, coming to classification of stokers, we have two classifications are there. One is overfeed and second one is underfeed. Today in this class, I am going to explain about what is underfeed stokers or what is underfeed feeders and what are the differences, what are the indifferences between overfeed to underfeed stokers or feeders. Next, what is pulverized fuel firing system and what are the elements included in pulverized fuel firing system. You will see in that class. Next, in last class we completed classification of stoker firing. We have two classifications, one is overfeed and second one is underfeed. First of all, coming to principle of operation, overfeed is nothing but the coal is fed, it is the grate, the coal is fed into the grate, the coal is fed into the grate admitted above the point of air admission. That means the air flow and the air passes from grate to ash and then air is preheated, then incandescent coke. At incandescent coke, the carbon is mixed with the and make the reactions between CO mixed with O2, then forming CO2, carbon dioxide, and water vapor H2O. Then after incandescent coke, the heated coal, preheated coal, after incandescent coke, then it passes through green coal. At green coal and with mixed reactions, it forms CO and N2 and H2. Next, secondary air is passed for burning combustible gases. This is the principle of overfeed. Overfeed, what is the indifferences between, what are the indifferences between overfeed to underfeed stokers? Those are nothing but coming to overfeed stokers, the coal is fed. In this underfed also, the coal is fed into the furnace. Okay. Above the point of air admission, then it is called overfeed. That means we are supplying the air into the furnace or grate by means of above the point of air admission, then it is called overfeed. Next, in next slide, we will see what is underfeed stoker. In underfeed stoker, the air, the primary air with the combination of water vapor, the primary air is supplied through the holes and then the air is coming in contact with the raw coal. Okay, the air is come in contact with the primary air is supplied through the holes of feeders. Then the air which is come in contact with the raw coal, then after formation of green coal, here I am showing that in underfeed feeders the air or the coal is admitted into the furnace. The coal is admitted into the furnace below the point of air admission. Below the point of air admission. We already saw that in the principle of overfeed feeders, then the stages will be primary air and then ash and then incandescent coal and then green coal flame. Coming to principle of underfeed feeders, the point of air admission will, that means in the place of underfeed stokers, the coal is fed into the furnace by means of the air below the point of air admission. Below the point of air admission. Here, the principle is similar for overfeed and underfeed. What is the difference is nothing but the air above the point of air admission, then it called overfeed. Below the point of air admission, it is called underfeed, strokers or feeders. Then after it passes through the incandescent coke, similar like what we discussed in principle of overfeed feeders, then mixed reactions, CO formation, CO2 formation, and oxygen formation, then nitrogen. These are the mixed reactions we will see in, we already see in overfeed feeders. Then the similar mixed reactions can appear in principle of underfeed feeder also. Then after incandescent coke, the air is reheated, then passes through the layer of ash. Then the combustible gases are produced in the layer of ash. After then, the secondary air is supplied. The secondary air is supplied for burning the combustible gases. This is the principle of underfeed feeders. Next, in underfeed feeders, we have two classifications are there. One is single retard and second one is the multi-retard. Single retard is similar for this diagram only, principle of underfeed feeders. Coming to second one, multi-retard underfeed feeders or underfeed strokers. In multi-retard underfeed strokers, it having a series of parallel slopes. These are the slopes. A series of a multi-retard underfeed strokers having a series of parallel slopes which are formed by means of tires. In the stoker ram is used for moving the fuel bed to the extension grate. After the extension grate is connected with the sections. Sections are moving like the moving function of fuel bed. It is based on the movement of fuel bed. Here the primary air is supplied from the wind box to the vertical holes of the fuel bed. Vertical holes of the tire into the fuel bed. For cleaning purpose, forced air duct is placed in this multi-retard underfeed strokers. This is about strokers. In this also, the firing can occur. Next, this is a theory for multi-retard. In this, the stoker, the number of retards. Okay, these are the number of series parallel slopes which are formed by the tires. Those are called retards. These are the retards. In this, number of retards may vary from 2 to 20 with coal burning capacity ranging from 300 kg to 2000 kg per hour per retard. Okay. Underfeed strokers are suitable for non-clinkering high volatile coals and having caking properties and low ash contents. Coming to underfeed strokers or underfeed feeders, in this, it is suitable or it is preferable for semi-bituminous and bituminous, whereas the overfeed strokers are only suitable for only bituminous coals. Next, coming to advantage, what are the advantages we get by using multi-retard or single retard? By using this type of strokers, we get high thermal efficiencies as compared to chain grade strokers. We already discussed about what is chain grade strokers. In chain grade strokers, we are supplying the continuous chain. We are rotating or moving the continuous chain by using two sprocket wheels. One is front side and one is other side. Then combustion rate is considerably higher. Grate is self-cleaning. Okay, the main advantage of this type is it is self-cleaning. Self-cleaning is very easy for cleaning the grate and different varieties of coals can be used. Next, overload capacity of the boiler is high as a large amount of coal is carried on the grate. Next, coming to disadvantages, it having higher initial cost. The initial investment cost is very high and require large building space. Building space area is much more required for investing this type of stokers. Next, the clinker troubles are usually present. Low-grade fuels with high ash content cannot be burnt economically. Low-grade fuels cannot burn with high ash content economically. Next, channel 1, what is pulverized fuel firing? Pulverized fuel firing is similar to multi-retard or single retard stokers, but what is the difference? What is the difference in between multi-retard to pulverized fuel? Pulverized fuel firing is the very important question in external exam point of view. In this pulverized fuel firing system, the coal is separated or reduced into number of fine particles or fine powder with the help of grinding mill and then projected into the combustion chamber. In this pulverized fuel firing system, the coal is split into number of fine powders, or fine powder with the help of grinding mills. Okay, in this we are using grinding mill for reducing the coal into number of small fine powders. With the help of hot air current, the amount of air is required to complete the combustion is supplied separately to the combustion chamber. Here, the air before enters into the combustion chamber, it is known. That means before entering into the combustion chamber, the air is called as primary air. After then, the amount of air which is supplied separately for completing the combustion, known as secondary air. It is the block diagram or elements of pulverized coal system. In this, I am showing a bunker here. In this bunker, it is acts like a hopper. In this bunker, we are supplying the coal or mixed content, coal content or mixed content with fine powder. Coal content or mixed fine powder content is admitted into the bunker. Then bunker is directly connected to the feeder. Feeders are used for pumping process. Here, primary air to coal, which is applied to this equipment before entering into the combustion chamber. Then secondary air is used for separate connection or separate passage of completing the combustion. It is known as primary and secondary. Furnace. Furnace is a burning system. Next, coming to advantages. Any grade of coal can be used since coal is powdered before can be used. Next, greater capacity and the system is practically free. No standby losses due to the banked fires. Practically no ash handling problems. These are the advantages of pulverized fuel firing system. Coming to disadvantages, it having high capital cost and fly ash content in exhaust is very high and the possibility of explosion is more as coal burns like a gas. The skilled operators are required. That means skilled operators are required to run the equipment or machinery. A separate coal preparation plant is necessary. These are the disadvantages of pulverized fuel burning. And what up to now we have discussed, or up to now we discussed about the topics of overfeed and underfeed. Overfeed chain grade system. Coming to underfeed, we have discussed about, we already discussed about underfeed, simple retard and multi retard. Next, coming to pulverized fuel firing system. What is pulverized fuel firing system, and then what are the advantages and the disadvantages included it? Thank you, students. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to DBS Talks YouTube channel.